Okay, so a little bit of a change of scenery here. Welcome to my dining room, but I wanted to have this nice, big, beautiful space to be able to show a practice reading to you. So this is going to be a practice reading for myself so that you can learn how to read tarot cards for yourself. Please note that I'm going to be reading the way that I mentioned I read. So I make my intuitive rainbow and then I just pull cards based on what feels right to me. But if you want to work with any other type of technique, pulling technique, any organized shapes, anything like that, please feel free to do so. The intention really is to just show you kind of how, how the process works. So let's dive on in. So step 1, choose your deck. Step 2, we're going to shuffle the cards, and while I shuffle the cards is where I cleanse space, set intention. So I do that through one prayer, which you have in your workbook. So I work in the light and the highest for my greatest good and deepest understanding at this time, keeping my energy on, cleansed and protected, and welcoming in my spiritual team. Good. Okay, so I feel ready, I feel complete, and I'm going to spread the cards. Beautiful. Okay, so my cards are out in the rainbow, and the first thing I do, I like to start for myself with the question, what do I need to know right now? Okay, so I'm going to set that intention. What do I need to know right now? For some reason, I always rub my hands first. I don't know why, I just do. Okay, I felt that hit. Single card, single card. I felt like there was another one with that one, so I'm going to pull the card that was next to it. Now I'm hearing in my head, quite literally, I'm hearing the word guidance, 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 guidance. So I know that these two cards are guidance for me. So this is what I need to know, guidance around that thing. Okay, so first card, what I need to know. Okay, judgment. So this card is telling me to be kind to myself. The judgment card says, hey, you're your own biggest critic right now. Chill out, girl. Like, relax, be nice to yourself. And are you passing judgment on others? What I'm hearing right now and feeling in my body is kind of, and it's hard because I have to admit this to myself because it's me, but like kind of this ickiness of like, maybe I've been a little on edge lately and not really acting with the amount of grace that I want to be for myself or for other people. So learning how to soften there. Then I have these two cards that came together, 6 of Cups. Okay, so my team is telling me this has to do with my inner child. I'm having inner child triggers right now. Maybe I'm feeling not good enough, or maybe I'm struggling with perfectionism, which is something I always struggled with when I was a kid. Or maybe my inner child just needs to be told, I love you, you're doing a good job, right? Maybe I just need to be kinder to myself. And with this card of 6 of Cups, I also pulled, the World. Okay, so the World card, this sometimes is the travel card, but that definition isn't really resonating with me here. What is resonating with me here around the World card is kind of this feeling of the world is your oyster. I'm hearing, Frances, you can do anything you want, so why are you selling yourself short and why are you being so mean to yourself? Yeah, like you can do such amazing things. I almost feel my spiritual team, it makes me almost emotional. Like I feel tears in my eyes. Like they're being like, we love you. We're so freaking proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Be nicer to yourself. Because right now you're just being a critical, negative Nancy, right? Like we want you to be nicer because you are making impact in this world in your own small way, and that is enough. And live fully in this world because it is full of infinite possibility for you, and you deserve it. This beautiful child inside who is still there, who just wants love and joy and connection, honor those needs and those desires and give her the love and the joy and connection. Yeah, so you can see how I am totally receiving from the actual definition from these cards, but I am also allowing that additional guidance to come through from my team. So the reading can be a bit fuller for me and also apply to me. Then we have these two cards over here, guidance. So what is guidance? Okay, Seven of Swords, interesting. Radical self-care. Take time for myself. Seven of Swords says it is really important that you are doing some self-prioritization right now, because otherwise you're not going to even be able to have the time to heal that inner child or to even hear the inner child, let alone heal or honor. You won't even hear what she's saying. And you're just going to keep feeling that irritability and that triggered energy that's making you fall into that judgmental state. So I'm hearing guidance like, girlfriend, clear your schedule or take a day just to you. Just do what you need to do because you deserve it. With this card, we also pull, that's so funny because this is our example earlier. We cannot make this up. You saw me pull that in real time, but this was the card we used earlier that just happened to come up in our example. The Sun. Choose love. That's what I'm hearing from this card. And I'm also hearing, calm down, girl. Like, everything is actually okay. Everything is good and balanced and lovely. Let yourself choose warmth, choose joy, nourish yourself, receive. Receive, receive, receive. There has been so much giving, doing. Pause, Seven of Swords. Take some time for yourself and receive the love, receive the warmth. Yeah? Thank you, spiritual team. Okay. So that was kind of what I need to know, and just an example, but I feel very complete here. But maybe if I wanted to know something about my marriage, okay, let's see. What do I need to know about my relationship, my marriage? Anything that I'm doing or that I need to be aware of? Two cards. Okay, this is love in general. I just heard love. So when I hear a word like that, I know, okay, obviously related to marriage kind of, but also love. My love is not reserved for just my marriage. I can share that with others. So for my marriage, we have these two cards. Ooh, we're getting into it. My personal life, that's cool. Okay, oh, the Empress, beautiful. So I'm being called actually to step more into my divine feminine energy. And this makes sense because I know in my marriage, I can really take the lead and probably be a bit neurotic sometimes. But the Empress card is telling me you can soften, Francis. Step into the role of the divine feminine and let him be the divine masculine. Be each other's yin yang, right? And with this card, that's funny. King of Wands. Okay, I'm giggling because King of Wands is mastery. So this to me represents my husband actually. This feeling of mastery and groundedness, which is very much him. But why I'm giggling is because he pulled a king, which is a minor card, and I pulled the Empress, which is a major card. So even though my team is telling me surrender, step into the divine feminine, they're like, but you are kind of still in charge, right? Because major cards are those life themes. And the minor cards are just a little bit, I don't want to say less powerful, but a little bit not as powerful. We'll go with that. So I'm giggling because I'm like, okay, you want me to soften, but also it kind of is the way that it is, where I am just naturally in many areas the leader, but for him, where he leads me is keeping me grounded and keeping me stable and helping me not get into those neurotic places. That's where I need to soften and surrender to him and let him lead me. But in terms of running our home and things like that, I am in charge. And maybe I just need to fully embrace that instead of getting frustrated by it. Maybe I just need to embrace my role as the Empress. Yeah? Helpful information. Thank you, team. And then love in general, the Hierophant. Interesting. So the Hierophant card is all about learning and it's about mentorship. How I'm feeling this today is my team wants me to kind of get out in the world more and see how love is expressed. Maybe a mother to a child or a partner to a partner or an animal to the owner, or how the ocean kisses the sand every time it goes in and out, how the birds burrow, deep within the trees and the leaves. That's kind of what I'm getting from this card, which, again, to point out, isn't exactly what this card means, right? Actually, it's not what this card means, but it is about learning, and it's also about spiritual connection. And so I'm learning through the Hierophant that, and knowing that my intention with this card was love, I need to learn more about the spiritual connection of love in the world around me. Yeah, because that is what my team was showing me, that you need to get out into the world, Francis, and notice where it exists other places. And maybe that will even inspire me in my own marriage, right? But right now, my team is saying, even in conjunction with the World card, there is so much out there. Go see it, go learn from it, go experience it, go connect with it. Because, and this makes sense, I work from home. I live a very beautiful life, but quite often of solitude. And I feel like my team is inviting me to experience more so I can give more love and receive more love. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, team. And thank you for being here. Again, this was super real time, very personal insight into my life, but I wanted to show you what a reading for yourself might look like. Now, let's say that you're in a place where you are like, I don't know how she just did that. That is where the book comes in. Yeah, so I'm not going to go through and read every definition of each card, but literally what I would have done was pulled all the cards in real time, and then probably I would have stopped here. So I would have started with my first intention, and then I would have flipped judgment, gone to the judgment page, pulled that, so on and so forth. So thank you so much for being here, sending so much love, and I'll talk to you soon.